back to the Python Fundamentals series. In the last unit, we learned how to modify strings using inbuilt Python functions. In this unit, we're going to use some of those techniques to create an advanced calculator. One that, instead of taking numbers and operators as separate input from users, will take a string input. We'll then extract the two numbers and the operator from that, and accordingly perform mathematical operations. It's a lot, and it's going to be a bit tricky, but also a super fun project. The best way to watch this video would be to try writing your code in parallel. At each step, pause the video and write the code accordingly. If you have any doubts, either try rewatching that section or ask for help. Let's get started. As a first step, open the simple calculator that we made in Unit 8. You're going to modify it and take only one user input, called operation. You should add a few print statements as well as a message inside an input function to denote that you now expect input in a different format. The next step is to try making sense of this operation variable and extract num1, operator, and num2 from it. If you examine the variable closely, the letter or string at the 0 position is our first number. The letter at the first position is our operator, and the letter at the second position is the second number. Extract them as num1, operator, and num2 by using square brackets. You now will have to cast num1 and num2 as numbers using the int function. Please pause the video and try completing this step. Great! We now have num1, num2, and operator. Refer to simple calculator and use similar if, elif, and else statements to calculate and print the output if you run the program. It should work something like this. Before we move on, change the logic to stop the program. Exit or break from the while loop if users enter the string stop as input. As an additional feature, you can convert the operation input to uppercase letters and compare it with stop, so that even if users enter stop in lowercase letters, your program comes out of the while loop and stops. Let's make our calculator a bit more advanced. We're running our calculator in a while loop. Now, remember the output of the previous calculation in num1 so that the users can give the next operator and a new num2, and you will continuously keep doing operations. To do this, you'll need to assign the output of the operation as num1 and num2 to num1. As an example, in the case of the plus operation, you can do something like this. Now, this change alone won't help us. We'll also have to change the way we read operation from the second time onwards, when num1 already has a value. At that time, we're expecting just the operator and num2 inside the operation input. To do that, you can introduce a Boolean variable called is_calculated. It will be set to false initially. Inside the while loop, when it is false, you can extract num1, operator, and num2 just like before. In case it's true, you know that the first letter is the operator and the second one is num2. After completing the first loop, you should set the value of is_calculated as true, so that we remember the value of num1 from the past loop and don't assign any new value to num1. Okay, I hope you're able to get to this step. In case you need any help, feel free to seek out some help. We can still make our program better. Let's give our users a way to clear the value in num1 so that they can restart their calculation. Introduce a special word called clear that users can use to reset num1. Inside the while loop, check if the operation variable is equal to the string clear, and if it is, set the is_calculated value to false. You can use continue, a special command for the while loop, to skip executing the code below and move on to the next loop and start accepting inputs afresh. Pause the video and write code until you complete this step. Your program at this step should start resetting the value in num1 after clear is entered. You should also try adding a few additional operators, like power. You can use Python's caret operator. You can also try using break instead of the exit function to stop the program. Pretty cool. In the next unit, we're going to learn more about functions.